how to become his top priority. Oh, this is very exciting. I will see you on the other side. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, and high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. Yeah, I got an amen. Yes. Okie dokie. So today we are talking about how a woman can become a man's top priority. Moving forward, I know that sometimes it feels and that you are last to be considered and first to be sacrificed. And this often happens to nice girls who are people pleasers, who have a fawn response. And we have, of course, here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, Nice Girl Rehab, and Nice Girl Rehab Reloaded, where we talk about your ego, fawning, why we do it. And we have a beautiful challenge, I believe, in Swan City on Facebook, where you can actually start to put in practices and really rethink some of your strategies. So nice girls often become a low priority because we often, without knowing it, subconsciously put ourselves in the back of a man's life in order to come across like a cool girl, like I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm not hard work. Or to come across as though you're nice, so no one can kind of feel, he doesn't feel pressured. Some of us do this out of our own trauma because we felt in our relationships with our parents that if we were the good girl and we really, really tried our best and we were really, really, really good and we didn't cause mom or dad any problems, then they would see us, they would acknowledge our presence. And so we went into a fawning state. And so whenever you're in a relationship and you present as somebody with no need, you have zero need of that man, he can do what he likes, he can come and go as he pleases. Yes, it's high value to let a man have his space. It's high value to let a man show you who he is. It's high value for him to text you. And your job is really at this point observing. But you're now in an exclusive monogamous relationship and you're trying to work at something, but you are the last person considered. You get the call last, if you get a call at all. He makes his plans with his boys, with his friends, with his family, with his whatever. And you kind of have to fit yourself in between. You are sort of this shadow in his life, this thing he has to attend to so that his sexual needs will be met, or whatever his needs are that are being met by this arrangement and this relationship. And so it's really super easy to fall into this particular trap, and it can feel lonely. It can feel like relationship neglect. It can feel, and it can really take its toll on your self-worth and self-esteem. And there are multiple reasons, and I would love for you to do the Nice Girl Rehab Masterclass so that you can get to the bottom of this. And all you have to do is visit blackswanrelationshipacademy.com, or I can put the link somewhere here on this video, but it will definitely be in the description link below, description box below. You will get the links to that. But today I'm just going to leave you with what's really important is start how you meet to continue. So let's talk about the people that are dating and then the people that are in a relationship and how they can turn the dynamic around. When you are dating, you must be a woman that has boundaries and standards that she upholds and internalizes as hers and that are real and important. When you show a man that you are cool with being lost and whenever he's ready, whenever works, by just accepting whatever he has to offer, accepting a late night call when he had all day to call you, accepting a last minute date when he had all week to arrange a meeting, accepting spontaneous behavior. You are setting up a dynamic where you can be snuck into his already existing life. What we want is for a man to be sacrificing actual time, putting aside actual time to be with us, to spend time with us. We want a man to be putting time aside and putting thought into it. We want him to actually consciously make room for us. And when we can be dated in such a way that a man doesn't have to make room for us, he does put us in the "I'll see to you later." A woman has to have a true sense about herself, that I matter, that my presence matters, my time matters. And if I'm going to spend it with you, it has to be considered, it has to be thought out, it has to be planned. I need effort in exchange for my time and my attention, whether that time and attention is sexual or non-sexual. A woman has to really understand the value of her womanhood, her fullness, her essence, her effervescence in a man's life. And once you get to grips with your actual value, you will realize that you can't just accept last minute, put you in the schedule kind of scenarios. A man must give you at least 48 hours notice and plan something before he asks you out on a date. He has to call you before 10 p.m. or text you before that time and stop communicating. Now, what you do in this instance is simply refuse to accept last minute dates. But you do it without saying, no, I don't do last minute dates because I want to be a priority in a man's life. That's kind of not how it works. How it works is something like, oh, I would love to go out with you. Love to. Unfortunately, I've made plans, so I won't be able to make it. Okay. Even if your plans are to wash your hair and brush your teeth, you've made plans. Okay. You've made plans, and after a while, he will realize that when it's last minute, it doesn't get rewarded. If it's, let's hang out tomorrow, it doesn't get rewarded. You've made plans. And eventually he will, if he does like you and he does want to make the effort, he will recognize that you need a few days. He may ask, how long do you normally need? Well, 48 hours is good because I can move things around. You need to be able to show a man that you have a standard. If he calls you after 10, don't pick up. If he sends a text, read it, leave it on read, answer the next morning. Hi, I saw your message last night. Unfortunately, I was going to bed. I hope you had a pleasant evening. How are you? Right? We can keep it polite. A woman uses her actions, her silence and her actions to create respect in a man. We don't need to verbalize everything. We don't have to let a man know verbally all the time about our standards unless it's being violated in that moment. Unless something is happening in that moment, for instance, that feels like, you're being disrespected, then of course you have to verbalize. But if it's something that is happening suddenly, you already show a man, I shall be treated with respect and honor. My time shall be treated with respect and honor by the actions that you use. After a while, that man will not text you after 10. He will text you in the morning. He will text you during the day. He will make sure that his behavior is respectable. He will plan dates ahead. You have to set the dynamic emotion that I am work. I want to thank you so much for your support of this channel. You mean the world to me. And I am so grateful that your likes, your subscriptions, your comments make this work possible. I'd really want to encourage you before you go any further, if you are enjoying this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with somebody that you know will absolutely benefit, because you're changing not only your life, not only the life of your friends, but the lives of women all over the world and children in ways you cannot even begin to imagine. So don't forget, before we get back to the program, to hit that like button and share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. You have to put in effort to be with me. That the price for my time is your effort, because effort will be made on my end. It will be made very well. I will show up looking, feeling, sounding, and receptive to every wonderful thing that you may have to offer me. I am going to make you feel amazing, make you feel special, make you feel like a hero. I am going to put in the effort. So if I know I'm going to put in the effort, I need you to put in the effort. Often we end up in relationship dynamics where we're non-priorities because we set things up from the gate as a non-priority. So I've just given you some tools there. Never ever accept not being a priority. Any man that wants something will adjust his life for what he wants. If he wants to be at that football match, he will adjust his life. If he wants to be at that holiday, he will book his holiday 4 months ahead from his boss to be on that holiday. When men want something, especially masculine energy men, they will do whatever it takes to get it. If he's not prepared to do that, he is simply not your guy. And we don't need to cry about it, because if you attracted him into your life, you can attract somebody else into your life who is prepared to make the effort and be what you need him to be. For those of us in a relationship, again, you can do the Nice Girl Rehab and the Nice Girl Rehab Reloaded. Both those courses together are a powerful tool to shake you out of this nice girl syndrome. Okay, so you're in a relationship, you are married, and your man is not treating you like a priority anymore. The same similar rules apply. Where he wants to just stick you in, be busy, make a plan for yourself, invest in some self-care, have a life. Part of why people take us for granted and don't treat us like priorities is because they believe that they can stick us into their lives. Your partner, you have proven to him over time that you can just fall into his life. He doesn't have to plan date night. He doesn't have to, make you feel special or say no to his friends, because you are pluggable. But when you decide that I have a life of my own and I'm going to create the joy I want, and I'm going to take myself out on a date by myself. Listen, ladies, if your partner does not want to do date night or is lazy about date night, nothing's stopping you from creating your own date night. You can say, well, honey, I'm off to dinner by myself or with the girls. And I'll see you when I come home, right? We're not talking about giving him the impression that you're out there dating other people and dressing up sexy and going off, but letting him know that you will make plans. You will have a life of your own. You will enjoy yourself. You will look pretty. You will continue with your life. And of course, all of that after a very important conversation. There's nothing that replaces a conversation in a relationship. And this conversation goes a little bit like this. My darling, I'm starting to feel alone, disconnected in this relationship. And that's because I am feeling as though you may have other priorities. And I was wondering if it is possible for us to really look at ways that we can make our relationship a priority so we can continue to grow. Okay, what do you think? Let him know how you're feeling. Let him know if it's making you feel lonely, if it's making you feel isolated, if it's making you feel, unloved, neglected, whatever it is, or giving you the perception of either of those. Let him know how you feel and ask him what he thinks. Ask him how he thinks that both of you can resolve it and come into resolution together. But if he's completely ignorant and does not hold space for you and doesn't care and, is stonewalling, then go and live your best life. Go and take the best care of yourself. Make yourself a priority. And that's really important, because often when we're asking other people to make us a priority, it's because we really don't know how to give that to ourselves. We really don't know how to meet that need for ourselves. And that's okay. We can learn to meet that need for ourselves. We can learn to figure out why and how we can meet that need without neglecting meeting our partner's needs, without destroying our relationship. What I need you to know in a relationship is there's never, ever a dynamic that can never be shifted in your favor. It might take longer when you've already established the dynamic. It might take months before there is a shift in behavior. But if you understand that you have the power and the influence to communicate, and therefore communicate with your actions by stepping back from the relationship a little bit and allowing that energetic distance to create an urgency in him, you will find that you can change any dynamic around at any point in any relationship, but you are just so much better off getting it right from the beginning. So if you want to be a man's top priority, I would definitely say become a priority to yourself. Prioritize your needs, prioritize meeting your own needs, and prioritize asking for your needs to be met. Prioritize being high value, being high worth, high self-esteem, really liking a guy, but liking yourself even more. Really thinking he's amazing, but thinking you're amazing even more. You know, whenever we enter into a scenario with this energy that, oh my goodness, he's just like God, he's the King of Kings. I can't believe a guy like that. What's a guy like me? And yes, there are men like that. There are men like that. There are men that sweep us off our feet, right? Even when you meet that guy who sweeps you off your feet and this spends forever since you've met a real man like him, always know that you love yourself, amaze yourself more. I amaze myself at how wonderful I am and how feminine I am and how sweet I can be and how well, but I am amazing. I'm amazing too. And I'm so amazing that I choose to have my needs met over meeting his needs, over accommodating his ways, especially if his needs and his ways leave me isolated, feeling unloved, feeling rejected, feeling neglected. We must never accept these types of treatment under any conditions. And a man will know when he's dealing with a woman that will accept bad behavior. You're a black swan. We don't do that. If you are having a hard time shifting the energy in your relationship, if you're having a hard time setting these boundaries and these standards because you just can't seem to be able to help yourself, we are here to help you. The Soulmate Attraction System course is here to help you. The group coaching, the one-to-one coaching we offer here at the BlackSwanRelationshipAcademy.com is here to absolutely support your dreams. And of course, the courses that are abundant for you to learn and to grow. I hope that this video was helpful. And I look forward to seeing you in my next one. In the meantime, do take care of you. Bye-bye now.
Simple steps to join Black Swan community. Download the Black Swan app from either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Launch the app and tap on register. Put in your valid information, then tap on continue. Put in the verification code sent to your email to authenticate your account. Then log into your account. Be sure to accept all permissions displayed at installation stage to enjoy all the cool features in the app. You can now enjoy a community of high-value women with support from coaches and trainers. Book calls with coaches, chat, post, and interact with the community. Enjoy!